Trauma can have a lasting impact on anyone, but it can be particularly challenging for children to cope with. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition that can occur after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. Trauma in children can have a significant impact on their emotional and behavioral development, and it can manifest in various ways, including PTSD. This is a condition that arises from exposure to a traumatic event or series of events such as physical or sexual abuse, neglect, natural disasters, car accidents, witnessing violence or death. It can manifest in several ways. They can have intrusive thoughts, nightmares, flashbacks about the event. They may also avoid anything that reminds them of the event. They may be easily startled or have exaggerated startle response. They may also have trouble sleeping, become irritable, angry, and have difficulty concentrating. Avoiding situations or people that remind them of the traumatic event is another way that children can show they are suffering psychologically. They may also experience emotional numbness, feelings of detachment from others, and loss of interest in activities that they used to enjoy. Trauma in children can have significant long-term effects on their emotional and behavioral development. They may be at higher risk of developing anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and other mental health conditions later in life. But it's important to know that not all children who experience trauma will necessarily develop PTSD. However, it's essential to be aware of the signs and symptoms of PTSD. With the right support and treatment, children can heal and go on to live healthy and fulfilling lives. So let's talk about some of the ways that we can go out and help our kids. Seeking professional help is the most critical step in helping your child recover from PTSD and trauma. It's important to seek help from somebody who has experience working with children who have experienced trauma, as they will have a much better understanding of their unique challenges and needs. Not every therapist knows how to deal with that. They can help your child in several ways. They can provide a safe space for your child to express their feelings and work through their emotions. Often children who have experienced trauma may not feel comfortable talking to their parents or caregivers about what happened to them. A therapist can provide a non-judgmental and supportive environment where your child can express themselves freely without fear of retribution or shame. Now, in addition to providing a safe space, they can also help your child develop coping skills to manage the symptoms of PTSD and trauma. Now, coping skills can include things such as relaxation techniques, mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, and these skills can help your child manage their anxiety and fear and help them learn how to better regulate their own emotions. Another benefit of seeking professional help is that therapists can work with you as a parent or caregiver to better understand how to support your child. They can provide guidance on how to talk to your child about their experiences, how to create a safe and supportive environment at home, and how to manage your own emotions and reactions as you help your child through the recovery process. Now remember, seeking professional help does not mean that your child is broken, that you have failed as a parent. Trauma is a challenging and complex issue, and it's often beyond the capacity of parents or caregivers to manage on their own. Seeking professional help is essentially a sign of strength and love for your child, as you're taking proactive steps to help him to heal and recover. Some of the ones that you can do together include things like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, guided imagery, mindfulness, and physical exercise. These are useful even when your child hasn't experienced trauma. My wife and I actually use some of these techniques with our own children for when they've had scary dreams or are feeling overwhelmed, or even when they're scared of the dark. You know, it's simple, they just work. Deep breathing is a simple and effective technique that can help your child feel calmer and in control. Encourage your child to take it slow. Deep breaths through their nose, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through their mouth. Repeat this process several times until they feel comfortable and relaxed. Now, progressive muscle relaxation involves tensing and relaxing different muscle groups in your body. Starting from the toes, your child can tense each muscle group for a few seconds and then release the tension. This can help your child become more aware of the body and reduce muscle tension and stress that they're experiencing. Guided imagery involves imaging a peaceful or calming scene. Encourage your child to imagine a place where they feel safe and happy, such as a beach, a forest, a favorite spot in their home. Ask them to use their senses to imagine the scene vividly, such as feeling the warmth of the sun, hearing the sound of waves, or smelling the scent of the flowers. Mindfulness involves being present and aware of the moment without judgment. Encourage your child to focus on their breath and their senses and notice what is happening in their present moment. This can help your child become more grounded and reduce anxiety and stress. Exercise releases dopamine and endorphins, which are the body's natural mood boosters. Engaging in physical activity, whether it's running, dancing, playing sports, or just going for a walk, can help them physically and emotionally. It's important to practice these coping techniques on a regular basis so that they become part of your daily routine. Encourage them to use these techniques whenever they feel overwhelmed or stressed, and praise them for their efforts. Trauma can be a very isolating experience for children, and it's important for them to have a support system in place to help them through their recovery. A strong support system can include a range of people such as family members, friends, teachers, and other trusted adults. Each of these individuals can provide different types of support, whether it's emotional support, practical help, or simply a listening ear. Taking care of yourself as well as your child is very vital, because you are not responsible just for your child, but you're also responsible for yourself. And if you are not healthy, how can you help your kid? Lastly, I think that learning more about PTSD and trauma can help you better understand your child's experiences and provide more effective support. Educate yourself on the symptoms of PTSD and other emotional behavioral problems that may arise from trauma. It's also important to learn about the different treatment available to you so that you can stay informed when it comes to your decision making concerning your childcare. There's a lot of online resources available for you to work through, and you can talk to your child's therapist if you need to discuss some of the options. Now that's all from me. There's just one last thing that I'd like to say. Recovering from trauma is a process that takes time and patience. It's important to practice patience and understanding with your child and allow them to work through their emotions at their own pace. It's also important to recognize that there are setbacks and relapses, and these are a normal part of the recovery process. But eventually, with time, care, and love for your child, they can heal from their trauma and learn to thrive and embrace normal life again. And for you too. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.